Hey everybody, you know the drill. Hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and comment down below your thoughts on the Montreal Canadiens last week and what you expect to see moving forward here the rest of this season. Now, the theme of the Montreal Canadiens season continued once again this week. They picked up a big victory on Saturday night against the Nashville Predators by a score of 6-3, although the penalty kill still continues to struggle and there hasn't really been any solutions for that so far this season. Then they moved on to Wednesday night where they faced off with the Washington Capitals, which saw them get blown out by the Washington Capitals. This is just a Montreal Canadiens team that lacks consistency whatsoever on any facets of their game. You go from one performance against the Nashville Predators where they're firing on all cylinders, chemistry is good, they're scoring goals, they're finding ways to put the puck in the back of the net, and then they go to the Washington Capitals game and it's just a complete, they lay an egg for the entire 60 minutes. They don't look good whatsoever. There's really no bright spots in that game before Cole Caulfield scored his first goal of the season, and even that, it was just Cole Caulfield tracking the puck really well, putting in a rebound from behind the net and just doing a really good job around the net, which is what he does when he's on his game. It's just something that's really discouraging for this Montreal Canadiens team because there's no consistency in their game at all. Now, if we're going to talk about bright spots over the last week, you have to talk about Ryan Poehling, who scored 2 goals on Saturday night against the Nashville Predators, and he did so using his shot. I think he's got a very heavy shot that he doesn't use enough for my liking, because he's the type of player that when he's using that shot, using it on net, he's going to find a way to score goals because he's the type of player that has the ability to drive the net, get into those tight areas, and do good things in those areas because the Montreal Canadiens lack players like him. They've got Josh Anderson. They have a few others that can certainly drive the net and create those plays. But Ryan Poehling showed us over the last week that he's certainly capable of continuing to do that. And I think since the last time he was playing for the Montreal Canadiens before his recent call-up, you had to look at his game and see, did he have that extra stride? Did he have that ability to carry the puck into the zone? And I think he's showing us that he does have that ability. He is looking a little bit quicker right now, and that's a big positive for Palin. And like I already mentioned, his shot is looking a lot heavier, and that's a good thing for his progression as a centerman in the NHL. Now, the only thing they need to do right now is continue to give him more responsibility and more ice time, assuming that he continues to progress the way we all hope he does. Now, it's certainly positive that we're seeing better development from Ryan Poehling over the last little while, specifically this season. But there is one concern for the Montreal Canadiens right now, and that's because Poehling really, he should be a number 3 center if the Montreal Canadiens want to compete down the road. And I think that the Montreal Canadiens are still lacking that number 2 center, assuming Nick Suzuki continues his development into a number 1 center in the National Hockey League. Christian Dvorak is a nice player. He's got some nice term on his contract and a very manageable cap hit, but I see him as more of a number 3 center as well. So the Montreal Canadiens still have that hole down the middle. Jake Evans is a number 4 center in an ideal world as well. So the Montreal Canadiens are still really lacking that number 2 centerman in their lineup. They could potentially draft him this year in the NHL draft, assuming they continue to be in that top 10 like we all project that they will be by the end of the season. But there's no guarantees, as we've seen in years past, whether it's Alex Galchenyuk or Jesperi Kotkaniemi. But I think the Montreal Canadiens are going to be very patient with their draft picks moving forward, and that will certainly help with their development. That's it for me today from Cook's Corner. As always, let me know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are on the future of the center position for the Montreal Canadiens. And if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button as well and subscribe to this channel. I'm Zach Cook. We'll see you later.